You're listening to the Back Home Network, presented by Homefield Apparel.
All right, folks, welcome back to Crimson Cash. Scott here with you. I got James. We're doing this on a Friday of holiday weekend. Oh, my God, one of the games is already in progress. Well, we're going to miss that one. Minnesota, Wisconsin is happening right now. And
I would have taken Minnesota.
Yeah, you would have taken Minnesota. They were a 13.5-point favorite. They're up 21-7. Yeah, we couldn't get this done on Wednesday. We were both busy Thursday with Thanksgiving. So one day late. Sorry, but we're here. And, dude, it's wild. It feels like we just started doing this again, and now it's like it happens so fast, and all of a sudden it's Thanksgiving, and it's time to move on.
Yeah, but you know what? This is good because I am thankful for good football this year. So it's been an excellent year.
I think we need to come back for either – if we don't come back for conference championships, although we should, we'll try and do that next week. I think with IU now, like, let's come back and try and do the first round of the let's do every round of the college football playoff, right?
I'm absolutely in. Yeah.
All right.
This time of year, by the way, the Vegas usually is pretty close. So you can make some hay betting teasers this time of year.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got. So first off, we're going to save the bucket to the end. We have Nebraska at Iowa. Iowa is a 3-point favorite at home.
I like the Hawkeyes to win outright. I think they probably cover on this, but I definitely love Iowa in this game. I think Nebraska just doesn't have it. And the game's in Iowa City. So, yeah, give me Iowa. This is one of Iowa's made-up fake rivalries that Gary Barton decided they were going to have protected, even though they'd play like a handful of times ever. Yeah, give me the Hawkeyes.
Some of those rivalries are funny. Like Penn State also has I think theirs is Maryland. It's like, really?
Maryland, yeah.
You guys sure? All right, next up we have Illinois, still ranked somehow. Illinois going to bring that up. Going to Northwestern. Northwestern is an 8-point underdog at home.
Well, they're going to Wrigley Field, right? So that's
is that where they're playing this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. 50-6. That was what Northwestern lost by last week to Michigan. And this spread is just a little 8 points. Rivalry game. That's the other thing to remember this week, folks. The ones that are actual rivalries, this is an actual rivalry game.
Yeah.
You know, Penn State, Maryland is not. The actual rivalry games, I love the dogs usually, but I think Illinois probably wins by double digits in this one.
Speaking of other rivalry games, we have Michigan going to Ohio State. This game opened at a 10-point line, although it probably opened closer than that, like beginning of the year. It is now a 19.5-point Michigan's a 19.5-point underdog. Do you still like these road dogs on the in the rivalry game?
That line probably opened in April. Like, that's how long that line's probably been out, right? Yeah. So if this game were in Ann Arbor, I'd have a different feel for it. But we know Ryan Day is a dickhole who loves to run up the score, right?
Yes.
So I'm tempted to take Ohio State here, but I actually think Michigan will keep it closer than 3 touchdowns. So I actually do like the 19.5 here. Give me the points in this one.
Okay. I just want to play it one last time this year. They're not playing in New Jersey, but you have Rutgers going to Michigan State. Michigan State is a 1.5-point favorite at home.
That just goes to show you how unremarkable the city of East Lansing is. There's nothing in song or movie history that could dignify it. Or let you know that, hey, we're talking about East Lansing here, or Lansing proper. This game...
It also sucks when, like, obviously Michigan State hates Michigan, and that's their rival, but it sucks when it's rivalry week, and it's like, now you're going to get Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers. Why not? You know? Yeah. This game is going to be horrible. I can't imagine anybody watching this game who's not an alum of either of the schools. Why are you betting on it? That's my question. Instead of giving you a line, I'm just going to ask you, why are you betting on this fucking game? You don't know anything about either of these teams. Stop it, people. Stop.
That would be like if FanDuel, you start betting this and FanDuel's like, you have a problem. Like, we're just connecting you 1-800 gamblers right now. Like, we're not accepting this bet. Sorry.
Oh, I've got a 4-leg teaser going on now that I posted on X, and somebody replied, that's some real sicko shit right there. So, but it's currently all 4 legs are hitting, and the United States Naval Academy is going to make sure I cover one of those legs. So anchors away, bitches.
All right, next up, big dogs. Maryland going to Penn State. Penn State is a 24.5-point favorite at home.
That's too many points. I don't know. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I think this is probably too many points. So I would take Maryland and a boatload of points here because I don't think Penn State gives a shit. All they got to do is win, right? And, and hope Ohio State loses. That's really – everybody's just hoping that – and this game takes place after the Michigan-Ohio State game. So if Michigan were to somehow pull off a huge upset, Penn State's going to have something to play for. So that may change, the dynamics of this game a little bit. My guess is Ohio State rolls, not by 3 touchdowns or more, but and then Penn State's like, yeah, let's fucking make sure nobody gets injured. Katron Allen or whatever his name is ain't getting injured.
Sure would be nice if Penn State could lose. That would be awesome.
God, how great would that be?
Speaking of another team that would be awesome to lose to help us out, going to USC. All right, Notre Dame is going out to California. And they're going to USC. USC is a 7.5-point underdog at home.
Yeah, Notre Dame's going to roll.
Yeah,
take the Irish all day long on this one. I hate to say it. I would love for them to lose. And how did that team lose to Northern Illinois, by the way? I think they're going to roll. That defense of theirs is friggin' legit. Their offense leaves a little to be desired, but so does USC's defense. So take the Irish there and feel happy.
Staying out in California, you have Fresno State going to UCLA. UCLA is an 8.5-point favorite at home at the Rose Bowl.
Having watched a ton of Fresno State football, as we all do, I'm really excited about this matchup. I hate this matchup. This is stupid. Why are we playing this game here? I don't know. I'm not betting it. I have no advice. I have no knowledge to give anyone on this damn game.
This is also why we need Notre Dame in the Big Ten, because it's like, just make us a Big Ten round game. Like USC and UCLA should be playing the last week. It shouldn't be Fresno State. Anyway, all right. Last non-Indiana game. We're going out to Oregon. Washington. All right. Washington is going out to Oregon. Oregon is an 18.5-point favorite at home.
They have nothing to play for other than to win, right? They don't need to win in style. There is no chance they're getting knocked out from the number 1 spot as long as they win, right? Even if they squeak out a 1-point victory, they're still the number 1 seed, headed to the Big Ten championship game undefeated, right? No need to try and run up the score here. I think Washington will cover that. That's almost 3 touchdowns, folks. That's a lot.
That's fair.
A lot of rivalry games with huge lines here, and that concerns me a bit, unless you like betting dogs, in which case you should be salivating.
No, I like that logic on the Oregon game. I think I will take Washington the points there. All right, last up, you have Indiana, 10th-ranked Indiana. Purdue's coming to town. They also have a 10 in their number. It's the number of losses they have this year. They are 1-10. Indiana is, God's a big line. It scares me. Yeah. Is a 29-point favorite at home.
I couldn't find a bucket game with this high of a line as far back as I could research. So this may be a record for a bucket game. And we have a uniquely, a unique set of circumstances here in that IU is incredibly good historically and Purdue is incredibly bad historically. All right. This game was 25.5 when it opened. And within 12 hours was bet up over 4 touchdowns. So, and now we're sitting at 29 points. Yeah. I doubt this thing's getting under that 4 touchdown mark before kick. I just don't see it happening. If it does, good for you. I'm shitty at predicting lines. So you may want to wait it out. I don't think it's going to go much higher than where it's at right now. So that begs the question, what do the Hoosiers do? Well, we've got weather, right? So it's supposed to be snowy and cold.
Yes. And
possibly a little windy. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to that. I've got my fleece lined pants, merino wool socks. I got the whole gear. I'm ready to go. Bringing my old man with me. He's old as shit, but I think he'll be able to, tough it out. He's buying like some hand warmer and stuff. And I don't know. He's got a whole deal. will the weather affect these teams and the scores in the game? Generally, in those kinds of games, you don't see shootouts, right? But
Right.
I doubt we're not going to see 12 inches of snow. This isn't going to be anything like that. If anything, it's probably flurries. I mean, anybody who's lived in Bloomington knows you're not getting a heavy snow this time of year. So, all that being said, every time Purdue has played a college football playoff eligible team or one that's in the rankings so far this year, they have been absolutely fucking destroyed. If IU wins this game but wins a close one, they will find a way to screw them out of the college football playoff. And Kurt Cignetti knows that full well. So they're going to come out ready to play. I like the Hoosiers. Take the Hoosiers, lay the points. I hate doing it. I hate doing it as a principle on rivalry games, and particularly this one. All right. I was at the 1989 game where Anthony Thompson returned the kickoff, which he never did, all the way down to like the 2 or 3 yard line, and they couldn't punch it in, and Purdue wins the game. And we were way better than them that year. But this is a totally different scenario. This is night and day, these two teams. Ryan Walters has people defecting, wanting to enter the transfer portal now. The fan base is calling for his head. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, I hear everything you're saying. I know that they've got to score some points and they've got to win with a margin. You can still do that with like 28 and lose this bet.
It's a stupid bet. Don't make it.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to do it and be happy when we win 42-7, super, go for it, right? Because I don't think Purdue is going to put up more than 14 points. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you got to figure, well, what do we need to score then? And then it becomes more than 42. And that does seem like a lot because we haven't done that in a few weeks. However, we do need to kind of get this offense rolling again. We need to see what's behind what's under the hood, again, because the last 6 quarters have not been good.
Agreed. All right, it is time for.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
We have our Hoosier Hotstreak. James, talk us through it. I like what you're doing this week.
So we're going to do an alternate line. We're going to take the Hoosiers minus 23.5. It's going to get us under that critical number, and it's going to get us under that 24, which is also another critical number there between the 3 and 4 touchdown mark. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to combine it with a Notre Dame victory on the money line. That's minus 1.3. That's really nice. If you're catching this in time to get Iowa on the money line, go ahead and toss that in, and maybe do a separate parlay. You get plus 162 if you toss them in too. So.
I'm stupid. I'm just going to throw Oregon in there too. I know it's only you only have to do 2, but I'll throw an Oregon money line. Just get an extra 12 cents on that bet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's okay to do in college football. As college basketball season kicks off, be very wary taking like big favorites and tossing them in a parlay. Boston College today was a 16.5 point favorite to Dartmouth and lost by I think 4 or 6 points or something like that. So be very careful when you're just tossing in winners on a parlay from college basketball at this point in the season. College football, you're probably fine. No 3 touchdown favorite is losing outright this weekend. I'm on record as saying that. Although I would love it if it happened to Penn State.
It'd be great if it happened to Penn State and Notre Dame and Ohio State. All right, James, it's been awesome. We'll let both of us get back to our families on this Friday. Thanks for the lines, and we'll be back. Let's be back to preview the conference championship
Absolutely,
games.
yeah. There's lots of betting going on.
Big Ten, and then we'll come back for the college football playoff.
Absolutely, and we'll be even tossing bowl bets and stuff too. Make sure you follow on X at CrimsonCASH 260, and you can get all sorts of great bets there. Doesn't cost anything, people. It's free. Follow, tail, fade, whatever you want to do.
It's at least it's free for now on X. That's what we know. All right, James, have a great one. Everybody, thank you for listening. Happy Thanksgiving to all. And for Crimson Cash, this is Scott signing off.
Post time!